Who's the guy, if you could, in your dream of dreams, if this guy becomes available, who are you looking at around the league?
There's not a specific name for me. So I don't want to play the name game, and I don't know how many guys are going to be available.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to throw a random one at you.
But I need size. Like I always thought, if Toronto's going to blow it up, for example, right?
Yes.
Everybody's looking at Siakam and OG Anunoby. What about Scotty Barnes? Can I get Scotty Barnes?
What?
Like
Using your normal logic, why would Scotty Barnes be? Why would they move off of Scotty Barnes? I love Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love Scotty Barnes.
Maybe it doesn't work for him up there. I don't know. Maybe he wants out. I don't know. But if there's a name, I'm going to try to. I'm swinging for the fences if I'm making phone calls. Like John Lynch swung for the fence last year with Christian McCaffrey, and I'm glad he did. And we were talking about it 2 weeks before the trade. He needs to swing for the fences this year, and he did. And now look at it, 17 touchdowns later or 30 touchdowns later, McCaffrey's doing his thing. But I'm going to add. I don't want Siakam. I don't want OG Anunoby. If I'm done leaving, and I'm calling Toronto, well, what's up with Scotty Barnes? That's where it starts. Now he may not be available. Mm-hmm. He may not want out. But what's up with Scotty Barnes? That's where I'm starting.
Okay.
All right. So with that, the Embiid trade, I was on Embiid, but Philadelphia's playing too well. They're not going to trade him. So who's available? I don't know who's available. So I don't have a specific name. I have a specific need, which is athleticism, speed, and length. That's what I want. Then put blank name on there, Paulo Banchero. Everybody wants Paulo Banchero, but I want a guy with athleticism, speed, and length. But I don't know who's available right now, Shasky.
Well, I'm looking at a team like Detroit, and would you take some sort of combination, I don't know what, of a young player that you're taking a flyer on in Jaden Ivey, who seems to have fallen out of favor in Detroit. He's only started 6 of about 17 or 18 games this year. And one of the Bogdanovich or the other shooter, Joe Harris, who are coming up and their deals are expiring.
Forget Joe Harris. Give me Bogdanovich.
Would you do that?
Bogdanovich is a liability defensively.
Of course.
But Jaden Ivey is a special young man.
So you staple one of the young players and maybe Wiggins or something and go get that. Now, I don't think that you're rearranging certain things here. You're going to take some flaws in this deal, but you get out of some salary cap stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking about how I can get some more shooting out onto the court.
Yeah. Jaden,
and Ivey's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. I don't know.
Very
how
young.
A shooter. Very raw, very young.
I don't even know if he's good.
Right. I thought he had potential. I don't know why the hell he's coming off the bench. I think Monty Williams is overrated. Monty Williams is, I don't know what the hell he's doing in Detroit.
The guy that I would like to kind of take from them, too, Monty Morris is also in Detroit. Now, I'm sure they like him, but I wouldn't mind snagging him either.
He's not bad.
But again, you'd have to give up some. I'm just thinking outside the box.
No, I hear you.
Because it's the same. It's the same names over and over.
We laughed at Jakob Poeltl last year, and Jakob Poeltl's kind of what this team needs. A banger, a double-double guy. You kind of need that type of dude.
Yeah, but then the question. Again, because of the hierarchy of the team, who's taking a step back?
Well, obviously, Looney or Sarge. So you can still play Sarge. During the championship years, you had 3 bigs.
Yes.
Really, you had 3 bigs. And you were interchanging all of them.
Yeah, but
whether it's McGee, West, and Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah, but you went in the final 6 minutes. You went with a very
small.
long, even though it was just short.
Yeah.
Durant was a 7-footer.
Right, exactly.
Iguodala is one of the longest players in the league.
I've got no problem adding size, and I think you can still keep Looney and Sarge. Now you have to give us something. It does matter, Fitz. It matters. It all matters. It always matters. But I'm seeing some names out here on the YouTube. Clint Capella. Otto Porter Jr.'s hurt. You don't want to deal with that.
I do think that they missed that element of what Otto Porter Jr. provided. Not him specifically.
But you're getting out from Sarge, aren't you?
Sarge is more big than because I do think that he scrapped a little on the perimeter. Not that he's the greatest perimeter.
Right.
I think he was a better shooter. Overall. But he had ups and down months. He was invisible for 2 months.
Dude, he hit 5 threes in a 6-week stretch.
Yeah.
Otto Porter Jr.
But he was really good to start the year, and he had moments in the playoffs.
I think Sarge has been a little bit better.
Maybe they're just. I view one as a 3-4 and the other as a 4-5.
But I do. So it's not even a specific name. It's more size, length, and athleticism. Who provides that? And if I can get that, great, because you need some speed. These young Bulls that we're going to see, even tonight with Portland, it depends who they play, but we'll see at OKC again Friday. We know what they do. They get up and down. Phoenix, they get up and down.
Are we the shortest team in the league?
Yeah, we're the smallest team. Feels like it.
That's why
we're the smallest team in the league, and you may be one of the slowest teams in the league. That's not a good combination.
That's a terrible combination.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the more we talk about it, it's a terrible combination.
Right, it's not a good combination.
But that's why I'm like, I know why he's young, and all that. Like, Trayce Jackson-Davis has shown some promise. He's got some ups. He's got some speed. He's got some size. He clearly knows how to rebound. He sets a good screen. I'm a little surprised that he hasn't gotten more run.
Yeah, he had the leg issue there, but I'm kind of with you with that. I'm with you with that. I just think they need to get quicker. They need to get bigger. They need length. They need athleticism. And whoever player provides that, I'm all in for. But they need that. They need that so bad. It's so obvious with their own two eyes if you watch the game. Guys are blowing by this team. Even when the Warriors go zone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're going to zone defenses at times. And it's not working out. Teams are getting wide open shots, wide open three-point attempts. The Clippers, all of a sudden, they figured it out. Oh, they don't have rim protection. Oh, we can blow by these guys. And the Clippers, who are an isolation team, they're a one-on-one basketball team, pick and roll, isolation, old school basketball, 90s basketball, post-ups. All of a sudden, they had 31 assists Saturday afternoon. And they're an isolation team. You know why? Because they're able to blow by their guy, drive and kick, wide open threes. And that problem is not going away, folks, unless you make something happen. It's just not. No matter what, we can talk about all the combinations, rotations, personnel. You can't, and which is why when you get in dribble drive penetration, you start fouling. And the Warriors are the third worst team when it comes to fouling per game. I cannot reiterate, because what does that do, Shasky? These teams are falling behind, right?
Well, for even just the Clippers, an older team, it allows them to catch their legs.
Yep.
It gets them to the free throw line where they're highly efficient, and then it allows them to set their defense up. And so it's not just one thing. It's like it's a series of things that it helps. So and on top of that, it gets you in the bonus, and then you get all the cheapies.
Thank you. You're getting the bonus. You stop the clock. They set their defense up. Exactly what happened in Sacramento last Tuesday. That's why, to me, against Sacramento, it wasn't, the last 50 seconds, you're up 5 points. You got to win that game. That game was also in the third quarter. It was also in Oklahoma City a couple Saturdays ago. Remember that? That game was also in the third quarter. Not on Chet Holmgren's tied up three at the end of regulation. The third quarter, when they're up 18, and you start throwing the ball away like they're medicine balls, and they get out and running, and it's like, damn, 2 dribbles there at the rim. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. That's where these games are lost, and you start getting to the bonus, and you stop the clock. So stop fouling, please. For the love of God, you're reaching, you're hacking. And if you keep reaching, these other teams are going to keep teaching, and they're getting to the free throw line. So I think Mike Dunleavy it's going to be a hard deadline for him. It's going to be a hard deadline. Now, the Warriors could take the decision out of his hands by just simply playing better and winning some basketball games.
That's a novel concept. I would love that to happen.
But you know what? I don't know.
It does feel ironic to me that they're facing the Portland Trailblazers tonight, because for many years, myself and many included, ripped the Portland Trailblazers for not making a decision on something that wasn't working. McCollum and Lillard, right? And look, the Warriors thing has worked, right? The Warriors thing has worked. But I know a lot of people around the league are looking at the Warriors situation saying, come on, man, it's obvious it's over. But they're not fans of the team, and they're not a part of the culture and the organization. It's easy from afar to say, break that up. It's easy for me, Joe Shasky, to tell Robert Kraft and Patriot fans, Belichick's finished with you. He could go somewhere else. He's done with you. It's a lot harder to actually do that. You know what I'm saying? And so I do find it ironic that they're facing the Blazers tonight, and it's a gots-to-have-it game. I mean, this one is
They'll win. They'll win tonight.
But you got to win.
They're going to win tonight.
They got to
win tonight, and we'll get to OKC. Can you beat OKC? Because even if the Warriors beat Portland, I don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. And 888-957-9570, how you feel? And Warrior fans are going to say, it's just Portland. We better win that game. This was just Portland. I bet you most Warrior fans haven't watched one Portland Trailblazer game at all.
I know I haven't.
See, there you go.
I mean, I'm admitting it. When have they been on TV, like, outside of League Pass?
No, they haven't been.
Believe me, I'm not searching out Portland Trailblazer
I
games.
did want to see Scoot Henderson early, so I watched a little bit of him. Scoot. I think he could be a really good point guard. I do like Shaedon Sharpe. He's athletic. And I watched the game when they were beating Milwaukee, because it was the first time Dame played against a forward team in Milwaukee. The Blazers were up like 22 points in that game. I mean, they were rolling. And then Dame Dollar and Giannis came back. They won that game. Then you look up, because I like Halliburton. So, NBA TV, you get to do the 4 screens on the app. And I just do the smart TV, put the 4 games up on my TV. So they're in the corner. I'm not really paying attention to them. I'm like, how the hell is Portland beating Indiana? I remember saying that to myself. Maybe I muttered it to Anna. Well, how the hell is Portland beating Indiana? And they beat Indiana in Indiana. And Indiana's going to Las Vegas for the Final Four of the in-season tournament. Then they go to Cleveland, a team the Warriors could not do anything with in both second quarters of that basketball game. They couldn't do anything against Cleveland. Cleveland just had their number. Again, size, athleticism, speed, just destroyed the Warriors in those 2 Cleveland games. And then what do you know? Portland goes to Cleveland and wins a basketball game. I'm like, what the hell is happening with the Portland Trailblazers? So, yeah, they better win tonight.
Well, I'm listening to you talk about all this, and now I'm getting kind of a little triggered because every night I look up on whatever's happened in the NBA, and it's somebody who has taken in the last couple of drafts doing something fun and doing something good. And I really feel like the way the Warriors are at right now is a byproduct of either selecting the wrong people, not nurturing them, not allowing them to play, whatever. Like now it's coming to roost. Evan Mobley, we've watched him multiple times. Okay, this is the same draft as Kuminga and Moody. Like throw Wiseman to the side.
They couldn't get Mobley though. Mobley was top
I know. I understand that, but they're getting impact from him. Is what I'm getting at, right? Like, and then you're talking about Scotty Barnes. I'd love to have him. Josh Giddey is performing at a high level right now. There's some off the court stuff. Kuminga sandwiched in between that and Franz Wagner, and Wagner's been really good. Davion Mitchell, role player, but he's getting some run at times for the Kings. Has played a lot. It's him and Duarte guarding Steph. It felt like in the 2 times they played. Moody's in there. Şengün goes after him. Trey Murphy, who you've referenced earlier today.
It's a good player for the Pelicans. Very good player.
Right? And so we're getting to a point where it's like, you had these opportunities to cash in some of these chips at the table, and it feels like we're still not being able to cash in any of the chips. And I don't even know if the chips are worth $100 or $1.
Yeah. Now, Moody.
Or something in between.
Right. Now, Moody at 14 is fine, but
it's good value.
It's good value, but Şengün is at 16. But you're not going to take Şengün because you still have James Wiseman. You have hope for him. Now, James Wiseman's selection, there's no doubt, it's destroying the Warriors right now. I know some people wanted Halliburton. Maybe you could have traded down to get Halliburton, but I thought, man, is Halliburton really going to play with the Warriors when you got the Splash Brothers? Whatever.
I don't know if he evolves into the player he is currently.
But he's a special player.
He's a good player, though.
Obviously, one is LaMelo Ball. He's right there in number 3. But LaMelo Ball's hurt again. He's walking around in the boot. He's hurt again. I don't know if his ankles are ever going to hold up. Patrick Williams has done nothing with the Chicago Bulls. Nothing. Okongwu has been a backup for the Hawks. Okoro's a role player with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fine defender, but you're not going to take him number 2 overall. Obi Toppin is on the second team. He's not doing anything. Yeah. Although
most people don't even know he's on a second team.
Right. They didn't even know that he's on a Pacer. They probably still think he's a Knick. Advia from Washington, they're not playing any defense. But although he's a very intriguing prospect. I
told you that draft is not good.
It hasn't been great. Cole Anthony's playing well off the bench with Magic.
Yes.
But other than that, Isaiah Stewart, I thought you were going to bring him up with Detroit. He's a guy I'd be interested in.
I would love to have Isaiah Stewart. He would give you some physicality and some toughness and some edge. I wouldn't be mad at that either.
That's a guy I thought you were going to go with in Detroit.
Well, I was just throwing that because I was looking at contracts. I was looking at contracts and how I could kind of get under that second apron.
Outside of Anthony Edwards going number 1 overall, Tyrese Maxey may be your 3rd best player in that draft. He went 21 overall to Philadelphia.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point a year ago we were having the Tyler Hero, Jordan Poole, Tyrese Maxey conversation.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey looks better than both of those guys.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Let's get the legal going. Let's talk some Niners before Kate Reenan joins us. But